share with you a little bit more about the Beauty Way 6-week cleanse and renewal for this springtime. And so the Beauty Way cleanse is an offering, a project that I've been envisioning for really the last 6 or 7 months since the fall equinox, and is now ready to be birthed out into the world. Many of you have participated in the Emergence Online journey with me, where there is a suggestion that during this course time that we are also maintaining a health of this physical body temple. But because so much is shared throughout those 9 weeks, it is easy to not have our primary focus on a cleansing diet. And so there was something inside of me that really wanted to share with women the importance of cleansing and purifying and renewing our body temple. And it's really from this inner place of wanting to guide women and share with women in this way that the Beauty Way cleanse has been created. And intuitively, when I was feeling into when I wanted to share this, because I've been working on it since January, originally from a logical place, I was thinking, oh, it must be the spring equinox, because this is very much a time of cleansing and rebirth and renewal. But there was just something inside of me that just didn't feel right about that. And I've come to understand now that the spring equinox is actually a time where I myself was being called to come into my own deep cleansing time. And that the time for sharing this offering is going to be at the beginning of May. So it's going to begin May 3rd. And this is a time on the wheel of the year that is very much a celebration of love and fertility and growth, and this time of self-love. And so we are honoring this phase on the wheel of the year, known as the Celtics to Beltane, and the cleanse is going to go until the summer solstice. So we're really on this phase in the wheel of the year that is very much promoting this cleansing of our body temple from a place of self-love and abundance and coming back to self. So where to begin? Well, I'll start with some of the logistics. You'll notice that 6-week cleanse, but the container of our time together is actually 8 weeks. And the cleanse itself is 6 weeks or 40 days, which is a very auspicious number for creating new habits. And so you're actually held in this container of support and of sisterhood from May 3rd to June 21st. And the intention is that the first time that we gather is the preparation week. We're just getting to know each other. We're getting to be more familiar with what's included in the cleanse. And then we have this whole week to prepare ourselves. Then it's really up to you from your own free will, sovereign place to choose when you're going to begin your cleanse in the second week. So maybe Monday works for some of us, maybe Saturday works best for others. You're going to decide in your own timing when you consciously choose to commit to the 40 days. And then you're going to go through the 40-day cycle. And then the last week is kind of just this week of offering time and space for everyone to complete in their own time. And then we'll have our celebration call at the end. So this cleanse is very much a holistic approach. It's not only focused on the physical body, and I'll share a little bit more and you'll see more clearly how the cleanse is laid out, but there is a focus on body, mind, heart, and spirit, because we are not just physical body temples. We are very multi-layered, multifaceted, and there is heart, there is emotions, there is spirit, there is the mental cleansing, which can be just as or equally or more important as the physical body cleanse that needs to happen. So every week you're going to receive different practices that are going to invite you to cleanse at the level of the body, of the mind, of heart and emotions, and also of spirit. And I'll come to share. I'm going to do a little screen share with you to give you an idea about how that works. So the beauty way is very much this way of the goddess, this way of the feminine. And this course is very much, or this cleanse rather, is very much rooted in feminine principles. So much I find all beings, not only women, if we kind of set ourselves for this 40-day cleanse, and everything has to be super strict, and we have to follow everything by the exactly as it's laid out. And if we don't do that, then we'll feel like we're behind, or that we messed up, or that we're like, oh, I'm off the cleanse now, but I'll go back on. And from that, we can lose our power through giving ourselves these feelings, offering our power over to guilt and shame and not feeling like we're doing enough. So this cleanse is very spacious. And what I mean by that is it really allows for you to kind of pick and choose what you feel is going to support you most. And so some might be ready for a really strict cleanse and really want to dedicate themselves to that, whereas others are going to start from a different level. So perhaps some people are just going to experiment with what it's like to be vegetarian or plant-based or dairy-free a couple of days a week, if we're coming from a regular standard diet, whereas other sisters might feel really called to come into lots of juicing, lots of fruit, lots of raw food. And that's not going to be for everyone, and that's okay. So I want you to know that you're welcome here, that you can come as you are, and that we're all going to be at different level. I mean, I don't really want to use the word level. It's not that one's better than the other, but we're just meeting ourselves where we're at. And this container of support and the offerings that I'm sharing with you are really coming from that place. And so it's not like you must eat, half a cup of this and 1 tablespoon of that, but it's really open so that you can choose, and so that you can connect with your intuition and really be guided from your body of what is needed. And so that feels really good for me to offer women in our what can be really busy lives, the freedom in the space to approach the cleanse in a way that works for you, that's still going to be extremely beneficial. Because it is so important. I don't want to say more than ever, it's always important to be able to cleanse ourselves, to renew ourselves, to take time to step away from things that we may be feeling addicted to, or our energy levels aren't high because of certain foods or substances that we're consuming. And so really taking our power back by showing ourselves that I can really dedicate myself this time to cleaning myself out, because a clear body is going to equal a clear mind, which is so important right now, to be rooted in a place of clarity and to be in tune with our body's sensations and the ways to nourish ourselves during this time. The beauty way is very much, as I shared, a path of the goddess, and it comes to recognize what does it mean to walk the beauty way. It's honoring that our strength is beautiful, that our courage is beautiful, that our self-love is beautiful, that all of these aspects of ourselves is what it means to walk the beauty way. There's not one specific way of what that means, but together we're going to reclaim for ourselves what does it mean to walk the beauty way, to live the beauty way, to walk in harmony and in peace and in courage and in clarity and in sovereignty and joy and laughter and infinite other qualities. So we'll explore that together. And I keep saying together and container and supported, because we all know how challenging it can be to start a new habit or to do a cleanse when we're alone. And so this, you're going to be in the container of a group, and a very specific group, which is sisterhood. This is the container of sisterhood that in itself, being a part of this group, based on how much you choose to dive into the cleanse, the container of sisterhood alone is going to warm your heart and nourish you in ways that you may not even know if you've never been a part of a sisterhood or a sisterhood journey. And so you're really going to have other like-minded, committed women to their body temples holistically who are here to witness you in your cleanse, who are here to celebrate the joys with you, to hold you energetically during the challenges, and will have time to check in with one another. And so this cleanse that I'm offering is very much inspired by some of my knowledge as a registered holistic nutritionist, but I would say more so as my own personal experience and intuitive guidance of what I feel is really a way to approach a cleanse for modern day women, and how we can really be of benefit. And again, not only focusing on the physical. So I'm going to take this time to share a little bit more with you, some details. Let's see here. Desktop. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen. Put this down. Bear with me for a moment. Okay, here we are. So this is the Beauty Way Renewal Cleanse Spring 2020. As I shared, we're beginning on May 3rd. And every week you're going to receive this handout that's really separated in these 4 quadrants, but as I shared, body, mind, heart, spirit. And so for this category here, this aspect of cleansing the body, you're going to receive guidelines and suggestions for detox, recipe and meal ideas, smoothie, elixir, and herbal teas ideas, as well as links for inspiring movement and breath work that will be provided by a variety of different sources. For the mind, cleansing the mind, there's going to include in this cleanse meditation and self-inquiry, the practice of affirmations and mantras, because mantras is that which purifies and cleanses and protects the mind. So very much going to be an important part of our journey. And different practices for mindfulness and awareness, because this is really going to help if we're experiencing any detox symptoms, to have these tools to really ground and to clear and to calm and to have the breath work and the movement. Okay, so I'm really excited about this heart aspect, renewing our heart, which is going to include some really beautiful and nourishing and all natural holistic practices and beauty way rituals, which I'm just so excited to share with you these ancient rituals of cleansing baths and clay baths, and I'll share more as we go along, but there's just going to be, so each week, a ritual for you to really connect with yourself as a goddess in these ancient beauty way self-care practices. And then for the spirit, we're going to include connection with nature, this again aspect of connecting with our highest self, the container of sisterhood, and then absolutely prayer and gratitude practices. A very powerful way to cleanse and to really rest in our heart knowing, in our spirit, or in our divinity. All right, so what's included? So the first week is going to be one live preparation call. As I mentioned, that this is going to help get us ready for everything that we need for the cleanse, mentally and physically. And then at the end of the call, we have our one live celebration call where we will gather. We will gather and celebrate all of our efforts and all that we want to share. So the cleanse is going to offer 6 weekly recorded content videos that are 1 hour each, and they're going to be sent to you at the beginning of the week so that you can watch it on your own time. And the 60 minutes is really enough to know that you can set aside just 1 hour a week to dedicate yourself to learning, to receiving more knowledge that I'll be sharing to cleanse yourself. And then we're going to have, in addition to the live opening and celebration calls, which will be in our sisterhood, every other week, so for 3 different weeks, we're going to have a live support call. And this is where we're going to be able to check in, see how everyone's doing, share some ideas, meal ideas, share about how our ritual experience was, if there's any questions that we have, and just to really share and spend that time together. And then the Beauty Way Cleanse guidebook. So this page is very much going to resemble of what the guidebook's going to look like. So you'll see here, it's filled with the detox guidelines, recipes, and meal ideas, including the beauty foods list, smoothies, elixirs, herbal teas, superfood salads, and more. There's going to be recommendations for inspiring movement practices like yoga, dance, meditation. We're going to do self-inquiry, journaling, mantra and affirmation, nourishing self-care practices, ancient beauty rituals of the goddess, ways to connect with self, nature, and sisterhood. Okay, so I already shared this all above, but this is just to know that this is all going to be in a guidebook, easy to use, short format, 2 to 3 pages max, so that it's really accessible for you as a modern day woman. And then the invaluable 8 weeks of sisterhood support and mentorship with myself. And then we're also going to have an interactive online forum for our shares and for supports and information. And so I'm not going to go into all these details here, but this, when you register, you're going to receive the dates of the calls, when you're receiving the content videos, as well as the live calls. So I'm going to now share, okay, I'm going to come back to my main screen here. So the final piece that I want to share with you is how important it is during these times of great change and great awakening to step more into our power, to step more into our health, into our vitality, into our clear mind. And really, I feel like there isn't a price that we can put on this investment, because what we're offering is we're consciously choosing to say yes to our health holistically, yes to ourself, yes to prioritizing ourselves, yes to connecting and uplifting with other women, yes to spending time in nature, yes to remembering the truth of who we are and offering ourselves, putting ourselves up as these queens on our pedestal and offering ourselves at least one Beauty Way self-care ritual every week is so important. You're going to have so many to choose from with which resonates with you. So in that way, the investment is very much invaluable. In terms of financial investment, I'm feeling really called in my heart, based on all that's unfolding in the world right now during these times of great change, that I'm going to actually, I wasn't going to be doing this, but based again on this coming from this place of compassion and wanting to really support all women, the cleanse is going to be offered on a sliding scale. And so the original price for this offering is 333 Canadian dollars. And this is for the entire full 8 weeks of the cleanse, with all of the guidebooks, with all of the resources, all of the content calls every single week, and the live support calls as well. And you get to keep this guidebook. So what you're receiving is really a template for a cleanse that you could do every year, or you could do twice a year. So you could also think about it like that. So 333 is the original price, and the sliding scale amount is really a heart choice for you. So you really tune into where you're at, how things have shifted for you financially and how you're able to commit to this and invest. So $333 is the original rate. If that is possible for you right now, then on my end, that's very much received and appreciated for this offering. And for our sisters who are perhaps feeling that they need some additional support right now, I really want to support you in that way. So the other 2 tiers for the course for the cleanse price is going to be $222 or $111. And whatever you choose is welcome. There is no judgment. It's really, I'm asking you to tune inward and to feel what is accessible for you. If you're going to participate at the level that you can invest $111 for 8 weeks, $222 or 333 Canadian dollars for the full offering. So as everything that I share, this offering is really, I'm sharing it up for all, not only the women who are feeling called to participate, but I'm offering this up to all beings, to all women, that the wisdom and the knowledge that I'm receiving about this important time of cleansing and renewal right now, that through our efforts, through our dedication, our practices, our sadhana, that this is an offering to Mother Earth, that this is an offering to all beings, and that our course, our time together, has a ripple effect out into the world. So please share this video with any sisters that you feel may be interested in this time of cleanse and renewal right now, and really looking forward to starting to call in all of the sisters who are resonating with this and really feeling like it's time to come into greater alignment in this way with this purification that, again, is very much holistic and very much honoring the fluid flow of the feminine, that honors our intuition and our own ability, of course, to navigate ourselves. So many blessings to all of you. I'm so looking forward to this. We'll be beginning in just a few weeks. And yeah, just so many blessings and joy and peace to you during these times, offering great, great compassion. And so we will be in touch.